This is for the American people. As far as the economy, the corrupt political elites sold us all out into the globalist New World Order agenda, which is nothing more than a method to bleed the wealth of the middle class out of this country. One of the greatest problems we currently have is the imbalance in our labor force. In layman's terms, too many workers and not enough jobs. Part of the imbalance is due to technology, but a major culprit is the constant flood of cheap labor into the country. Technology changes eliminated many jobs, but the constant flow of cheap labor led to wage stagnation of the jobs that did remain. This severe imbalance manifests many problems for our economy, for we the people. This imbalance was by design from the elites. Some elites wanted an endless supply of cheap labor to enrich themselves. Other elites wanted to buy votes by supplying handouts to subsidize the people performing the cheap labor, which would ensure their loyalty at the voting booth. Corrupt trade deals also plays a part in the labor imbalance. Many jobs have moved overseas. Many of these bad trade deals are a result of the corruption that permeates our system. The imbalance between labor and available jobs has kept wages artificially stagnant and low for decades. Whether it has been insignificant pay raises or terrible wages at the start of a new job, we have all felt the pinch. When wages are kept artificially low and stagnant, it impacts not just your paycheck, but it also affects your benefits. Many of us are familiar with wage stagnation, as well as employers' responses to such. If you don't like it, leave. There will be thousands lined up behind you to do your job at half the rate. This is the unfortunate impact of an oversupply of cheap labor. In a normal labor market, a correct balance between labor and available jobs, you would have been receiving more significant wage increases. And importantly, more significant contributions to your pensions and health care. Just like the lack of wage increases is starving you and your family, the lack of wage increases is also starving your health care and pensions. Many of the issues facing working class American citizens can be traced back to this artificial stagnation of wages. The elites benefited greatly from the stagnation. They grew richer beyond imagination. Cheap labor does them well, but not we the people. The tax base also suffered, as well as social programs like Social Security and Medicare. If your wages were increasing normally, there would have been more contributions to Social Security and Medicare, since your wages would be higher. What have decades of elected officials done to offset this problem? They borrowed. Many of the elites claim that this is social justice, a penance to be paid by this country for different policies that occurred during its history. The elites pay their penance off the backs of we the people, the working class. The elites keep their money, the working class suffers, and interestingly, the elites get even richer off the deal. Quite a system. If anyone feels that this country has a penance to be paid, one need not look any further than the elites. If anyone benefited disproportionately, it would be them. Penalizing we the people needs to stop. This country has spent more treasure and shed more blood than any other country to do good in the world. It is time to stop apologizing and punishing we the people.